Hello everyone, this is Dr. R. Premalata from Vistas. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting and practical topic in public finance, zero-based budgeting. Now before I explain the concept, let me ask you one simple question. If your salary this year is 50,000 per month, next year should your expenses automatically increase? Or should you first check whether every expense is really necessary? Exactly. That idea is the foundation of zero based budgeting. Normally, in traditional budgeting, the government or an organization takes last year's budget and just adds some extra amount. For example, last year education department received 100 crore. This year they may demand 110 crore. Why? Because last year we got 100 crore, but in zero based budgeting we don't do that. In zero based budgeting, every year starts from zero. Yes, of course, zero. No past reference, no automatic approval, no blind continuation. Every rupee must be justified. If you cannot justify it, you don't get it. Simple. Zero based budgeting is a method where each new budget begins from zero base and every activity must be justified before funds are allocated. In simple words, no justification, no allocation. This concept was developed by Peter Fire in the 1970s. It was first used in Texas Instruments. Later, it was adopted by the government of Georgia in the United States. In India, zero-based budgeting was introduced in 1986 in government departments. The main aim to control unnecessary public expenditure. Why do we need zero-based budgeting? Now think practically. Sometimes departments continue projects just because they existed in the past, even if they are not useful now. For example, suppose a government scheme was started 10 years ago. Initially, it was very useful, but today, maybe it is outdated. Maybe technology has changed. Maybe people no longer need it. But under traditional budgeting, money keeps flowing to that scheme. That is wastage. Zero based budgeting says stop, re-evaluate, justify. If it is useful, continue. If it not, remove it. Very powerful concept, right? Now let us understand the process. There are four main steps. Identify decision units. This means dividing the organization into small departments or activities. For example, health department, education department, transport department. And the second step is prepare decision packages. What is a decision package? It is a document that explains what the activity is, how much it costs, what benefits it gives, what happens if we stop it. So basically, you are defending your budget. Step 3, evaluation and ranking. All activities are compared. Then they are ranked according to priority. High priority get funds first, low priority may not get funds. Allocation of funds. Money is allocated based on ranking, not based on past spending. Understand the difference. Very important. Let me give you a simple Indian example. Suppose a government college has three departments: library, sports, cultural activities. Under traditional budgeting, if library got 20 lakh last year, it may demand 25 lakh this year. But under zero based budgeting, library must justify why do you need 25 lakh, how many students are using it, what improvements are planned. Same for sports, same for cultural activities. If cultural activities benefit more students, they may get higher priority. So, allocation becomes rational, not emotional, not political, rational. Now, let us see the advantages first. It eliminates wasteful expenditure. Second, it improves efficiency. Third, it increases accountability because every officer must explain expenses. Fourth, it helps in better resources allocation, especially in a developing country like India where resources are limited. This method is very useful. But nothing is perfect. Zero based budgeting also has limitations. It is time consuming. Imagine evaluating every single activity every year. That requires a lot of time and effort. It is complex. It requires skilled staff. And in very large governments, it may be difficult to implement fully. So, practically, some countries use a modified version. Let us quickly compare traditional budgeting and zero based budgeting. Traditional budgeting based on past year incremental changes, less analysis. But in the case of zero based budgeting, it starts from zero, full justification required, detailed evaluation. Which one is better? Depends on the situation. But for cost control, zero based budgeting is stronger. So, guys, what is the main idea of zero based budgeting? Very simple. Start from zero, justify every expenses, allocate based on priority. In one line, every rupee must prove its worth. If India wants better fiscal discipline, if organization want efficiency, zero based budgeting is a powerful tool. If you understand the concept clearly, comment below. Zero based budgeting is clear. If you want the next video on performance budgeting or fiscal deficit, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.